How did it feel to be back out there physically? Were you limited at all, did you feel like?
I didn't feel limited. I felt limited by my rustiness, but physically didn't feel any limitations. You know, we don't practice a lot, and you know, it was like in warm-ups today. I was like, what the am I doing? So I'm just so very humbled and grateful that I got to play an NBA game this season. There were some definitely some moments and some days where it didn't look that way. So just happy to be back on the court.
Obviously, you sound frustrated though with the way you played though too.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, whether it was realistic or not, you know, I expected myself to play a great game tonight, and I didn't. And you know, I felt like I could have given us a bigger boost, not just shooting, but just, you know, with energy and stuff, especially coming off the trip. And you know, I didn't give my team that, so I got frustrated with myself.
Do you think this final stretch will be helpful in the sense that there's a kind of a break in between the games at the end of the season? Do you think that that'll help?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the reason that we originally targeted the Lakers game, but I was making progress, and you know, I just felt like let's just go ahead and play. So, you know, having days between games, I don't know what, you know, we'll have to make a decision on that Portland game at the end of the season, but having 2 days between and getting off days and getting treatment and then going into playoffs where there's no back-to-backs, this hopefully is something that I can manage the rest of the season.
I mean, this isn't something that's going to get 100%, right? This is going to be something that you're, like you said, you're going to have to kind of manage and figure out ways to play.
Probably for the rest of the season. I mean, you know, I had a herniated disc in 2006, and you know, made it 8 years without missing a game due to a back issue. So, you know, it's something I'll just have to manage the rest of the season. But you know, because of the nature of this one being not so much pain related, but nerve related. You know, there was no timetable. There was no guarantee that the nerve would respond without surgery. So it was a little bit different, and that's why I say I just have to manage it and stay on top of things, and just continue to be keenly aware of everything that kind of goes on with my body.
Do you find yourself guarding yourself against, like, you know, certain movements because of it?
No, you know, I will say that there's it's not guarding. It's more just, you know, moving instinctually and with confidence. And I haven't moved at that speed in 2 months, so you know, I don't. Even if I wasn't coming off an injury, there would be some hesitancy, I guess you'd say. Even when I came back, you know, after my wrist injury, you know, I didn't feel normal for 4 or 5 games. I mean, it's different, and at least that time I got a couple of practices in. So.
Did you feel like you blended in pretty seamlessly with the group?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't have to have the ball in my hands a lot, so you know, it's you don't want to disrupt things, obviously, but I do feel like you know, I could be a valuable part of this team as we head into the playoffs.
Was it more? Did you feel, I guess, kind of the rest of it more offensively or defensively? Was there a spot on the court where you felt, I guess, more out of place?
Yeah, I mean, I think defensively, you know, my brain wasn't reacting well. You know, I made some boneheaded things. It was just, you know, just not being in the right spot. You know, or not being in the right spot soon enough. Or, you know, and over the course of a game, you know, those 3 or 4 plays add up, and so, you know, those were the plays that kind of annoyed me. Obviously, you want to shoot the ball well, but I'll continue to shoot basketballs into goals.
As little as you guys practice, though, it's got to be a little strange, just trying to fit in without a normal, hey, we're going to practice several times, and here he's just like, okay, start playing.
Yeah, but there's not much choice, you know.
Right.
There's not much choice, and when you miss a significant amount of time, and you're down to the wire of the regular season, it's what I had to do and what I have to do, and it's not an excuse. I mean, this is what I have to do, and this is the circumstance I'm in. Doc and I talked about it 2 weeks ago, and I made it very, very clear that, you know, I wanted to play in the regular season and not wait and not just build up for the playoffs. You know, the only other time in my career that I've missed significant time was my 5th year. I had an abdominal injury and missed the last 17 games of the season and went right into the playoffs. Practiced on Friday and played on Saturday. I didn't play well. I mean, you know, I didn't 6-game series. I think I had 1 good game. I mean, it's hard when you don't do that for a while. So I really wanted to come back either, you know, today or on Sunday so I could get, you know, 4 or 5 games in and hopefully establish some sort of rhythm headed into the playoffs and also to get some familiarity with the team.
You touched on this, but how close did you come to thinking this day would not come, that you would not play this season?
There were many days that I thought that. You know, it was probably the most frustrating injury I have. There was no timeline. There was literally not much I could do about it. One day you're running off screens. The next day you can't do a one-legged step up. You can't do a one-legged squat. You can't really do anything on your right leg. So, you know, I'm not going to say there were dark days because I'm a positive person. There were no dark days, but there were definitely days where I was like, man, this is serious. So, again, I'm just feel very, very grateful that I was able to play in an NBA game this season. So.
Passionate as you are about playing, though, and as much as you love it, does it make you even appreciate what you do even more when you don't have it?
Yes, and not, I don't know if everybody's like that, and I'm not just saying NBA players, but just people in general. You know, I feel fortunate that I'm in a profession where I'm passionate about it and I love what I do, and I think it's the greatest job in the world, and I'm humbled that I get to do it. So to have it taken away from you for a significant amount of time and to just sit there and watch, it's incredibly frustrating. It's incredibly frustrating.
All right, thanks everyone. Let's go ahead and